I'm actually making this video because Google has announced that they're going to retire the Google Keyword Tool and they're going to replace it with the Google Keyword Planner.
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
So I actually took a look at the tool today and we're in luck because it still provides all the same information that we got from the prior tool. It just has a slightly different interface, and I'm going to show you how it works right now. But I actually prefer it to the old tool because it also displays the cost per click of each keyword right there on the same interface. So it actually makes our keyword research process a little bit simpler. Alright, so here we are at the Google Keyword Planner. To get here, you can just go to Google and type in Google Keyword Planner, and this is where you'll end up. It'll be the first result. If you get to the Google Keyword Tool, it's still available right now, but along the top it says we're soon getting rid of the Google Keyword Tool. Try out our Google Keyword Planner, and it'll link to this page here. So this is where you'll end up, and this is how you're going to use this tool. A couple things to tell you before we get started is to use this tool, you actually do need to be signed into a Google AdWords account. Luckily, to do that, it's free to sign up. You just have to set up an account, and I believe you may even be able to just link up with your current Gmail account. So it could be very, very easy. It was a long time since I've done it, so I don't remember. But you do need a Google AdWords account to use it. And also, at first it wasn't working for me, and I couldn't figure out why. And it turns out that the tool does not work if you have a pop-up blocker enabled. So if you do use a pop-up blocker, disable it so that you can use this tool. So I was actually exploring this tool earlier today, and it actually does have a bunch of different functions, a bunch of different uses. It's a really powerful tool. Today I'm just going to show you how to use it for our purposes, but as always I encourage you to explore it, learn as much as you can, maybe find other applications that I haven't thought of and just expand into whatever direction could help you or your business. But today I'm just going to show you how to use it to find the same information that we used to use the Google Keyword Tool for. So first thing you want to do, what would you like to do? What we're going to do is the same thing as I showed you in the other video, which is search for keywords. So we're going to press search for keywords, and let's just type in anything. Let's just type in like house, something very, very broad. Landing page you can leave blank, your product category you can leave blank. The reason that it's set up like this is because this tool, just like the Google Keyword Tool, is actually for people who are setting up pay-per-click campaigns. But we're using it for keyword research, so we're actually using the tool a little bit differently than what it's actually meant for. The only thing you want to change, obviously we're searching in English, so that's fine, but since our websites will be global and we're not extremely concerned with where the traffic is coming from, we actually want to list all English-speaking areas of the world. So United States, we also want to put United Kingdom, South Africa, they speak English, Australia, and New Zealand. All right, and aside from that, everything else can be left the same. You press Get Ideas, and you go here to Keyword Ideas, and we're essentially presented with the same information as we would be if we were using the Google Keyword Tool. A few things I want to point out. Now you can see that there is no local versus global monthly searches. The searches that you see here are pretty much the average monthly searches for all the different areas we just entered. So in our case, United States, United Kingdom, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand. Another cool thing that I want to point out is that, in the other example, I pretty much told you to use the average cost per click of your, whatever niche topic or niche subtopic you were using, and use that across the board. This is actually pretty cool because it gives us the average cost per click for every individual keyword. So you can actually scroll through and kind of look for trends or look for things that pop out at you. Like if we just scroll down here, look, 166 is particularly high and it's buying a house. This makes sense because someone who's typing in buying a house, that lead could be worth a lot of money for someone, especially people selling houses. So of course it makes sense that would make, that would actually be much higher than something else like, say, house music or house music is probably not even related to, it's probably a keyword you wouldn't use if you're making, a website about houses. This is about electronic music. And you can just keep going through house rentals, house for sale, and you can sort of try and study and figure out what's making your traffic tick and what sort of drives this industry. Like, you just have to use a little bit of your own analysis, but it's kind of a cool metric to have. And also, when you're trying to figure out your blue keywords, you can be a little bit more specific, and you can also sort of decide what keywords you might want to attack a little bit stronger. Maybe you realize that there's certain types of keywords that generally are on the high end of the spectrum. I mean, House Season 7, if you're making a website about houses and homes, this is not something you want to use. But it gives you kind of another interesting metric to work with. But aside from that, the entire method still remains exactly the same. You would do everything exactly the same, order it from top to bottom. Actually, it's pretty surprising. There's House of Fraser, Swedish House Mafia. There's just stuff, Grey's Anatomy. There's just all kinds of keywords that are actually not related to house in the way that I had intended when I typed it in. But of course, this is just part of the research. You can research all kinds of keywords in all kinds of industries. But pretty much, the Google Keyword Planner, at least to find the information we need, is still definitely possible. And this is how you do it. Once you have this list, you want to make sure it's displaying as many keywords as you can, 100. Oh, actually, that won't matter if you're going to download it. You just press download here, and you get the entire list. And then once you have that list on Excel, you follow the exact same process as I outlined in the other video. So now you know how to use this. I suggest you go back to the original video and watch the rest of the video, and that'll show you how to lay out your Excel sheet and everything and continue the process of keyword research. All right.